Welcome students. I am Colonel Mas Jafri from EPSEC Sakhar, and today we are going to discuss the difference of theta and phi while we find the resultant of vectors by rectangular components. When we add vectors by rectangular components, the position of resultant vector in the quadrants can be determined by the signs of x and y components. We know that if a vector has both x and y components positive, it is in first quadrant. If its x component is negative and y component is positive, it lies in second quadrant. If the vector has x component negative and y component also negative, it lies in third quadrant. And if the x component is positive and y component is negative, then the vector lies in the fourth quadrant. So, by the signs of x and y components, we can find the quadrant of the resultant vector. When vectors are added by rectangular components, the angle of resultant vector is found by using formula phi is equal to tan inverse ry upon rx. Here remember that in the earlier classes we have learned this formula by theta is equal to tan inverse ry upon rx. But now we will learn that it is not the angle theta which is found by this formula. It is actually angle phi which is found by this formula using tan inverse ry upon rx. Phi is the angle of resultant vector with x-axis in the quadrant in which it is present. As we know that all the four quadrants have x-axis in them, so phi represents the angle of resultant vector in the quadrant in which it is present or in its respective quadrants. The angle theta, it is the angle of vector with positive x-axis. It can be found with the help of phi and the quadrant in which the vector is present. So theta is actually the standard angle of the vector which is made by with the positive x-axis. Now we can see an example in which we have a vector r which is a resultant of two vectors a and b. Here you can see that a vector lies in the first quadrant, b vector starts with the first quadrant, ends in the second quadrant, and when we draw its their resultant vector r from the tail of a to the head of b, it is represented with the red line and it is present in the second quadrant. Here the angle of vector r, the vector of resultant vector, the angle of resultant vector r with negative x-axis, because it is in second quadrant, and in second quadrant the x-axis is negative x-axis. So the angle of r with negative x-axis is 45 degree. It is phi, and theta, which is represented in green, it is the angle of resultant vector with positive x-axis. So when we apply the formula tan inverse ry upon rx, we find phi which is 45 degree. Now as our vector r lies in second quadrant, its x component rx will be negative and its y component ry will be positive. From the signs of its rectangular components, we can find that this vector lies in the second quadrant. In second quadrant, we can see that theta and phi, they combinedly are making 180 degree. So if we want to know theta, we just subtract the value of phi. The value of phi we find from the formula as I said earlier, and we find that value of phi from 180 degrees. So we will find the value of theta, which is the angle of resultant vector with positive x-axis. It is the formula to find theta while the vector r is present in second quadrant. Here we are going to discuss some of the rules to find the value of theta with the help of. Number 1, if the resultant vector lies in first quadrant, and how do we know that vector is lying in the first quadrant? If both of its components rx and ry are positive, it means it is lying in first quadrant. So the angle we find with the from the formula tan inverse ry upon rx, which is phi, is actually equal to theta, because in the first quadrant the x-axis is positive x-axis, so the value of theta will be equal to the value of phi, and it is a direct value which we find from the formula tan inverse ry upon rx. Rule number 2, if the resultant vector lies in second quadrant, as we have discussed in the previous example, then when the resultant vector lies in second quadrant, theta is equal to 180 minus phi, because theta and phi combinedly are making 180 degrees, so when we subtract phi from 180 degree, we can find the value of theta. Number 3, if resultant vector lies in third quadrant, here you can see that resultant vector is present in the third quadrant and its angle with x-axis. Here in third quadrant the x-axis is negative x-axis and its angle with our vector is phi, and the angle theta is the angle of our vector with positive x-axis, which is shown with a red line, with a red curve. So here if we want to find the value of theta, here we can easily see that it is equal to 180 degree, which is the straight line of x-axis, plus phi. So 180 plus phi will be the value of theta if the vector is lying in the third quadrant. And number 4, if the resultant vector lies in the fourth quadrant, here you can see our resultant vector is lying in the fourth quadrant in the diagram, and the phi is the angle of our vector with positive x-axis but in opposite direction. Standard direction of angle is always taken anti-clockwise. Here when we take the angle of our vector from the positive x-axis, you can see it will be clockwise direction, so it is not the standard value of theta, it is not the standard direction of angle. So to find the standard angle theta in anti-clockwise direction with positive x-axis, it is shown with the red line, and it will be equal to 360 degree minus phi. So always remember that the angle we find with the help of formula tan inverse ry upon rx is the angle of phi, it is not the theta. Phi represents the angle of our vector with x-axis in its own quadrant, and theta is the standard angle of our vector with positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction.